Federalist No. 8. The Consequences of Hostilities Between the States. November 20th, 1787. By Alexander Hamilton. From the Federalist Papers. Assuming it therefore as an established truth that the several states, in case of disunion, would be subject to those vicissitudes of peace and war which have fallen to the lot of all neighboring nations not united under one government, let us enter into a concise detail of some of the consequences that would attend such a situation. War between the states, in the first period of their separate existence, would be accompanied with much greater distress than it commonly is in those countries where regular military establishments have long obtained. The habits of military discipline would be introduced. The continual necessity for preparation against danger would compel the governments to raise armies and fortify borders. Standing armies would become permanent institutions. These armies, maintained in times of peace as well as war, would require heavy taxation to support them. The people would gradually become accustomed to military authority and centralized power. Public liberty would be endangered. In countries where standing armies exist and where the military spirit predominates, the people are often less attentive to their rights. The authority of the government expands in proportion to the dangers it must confront. Thus, war produces armies. Armies produce increased government power, and increased government power threatens liberty. Frequent wars between neighboring states would also foster distrust and hostility among the people themselves. The spirit of liberty would diminish as fear and insecurity grow. The citizens would increasingly rely on strong rulers for protection. The transition from free government to more oppressive authority often occurs under the pressure of external danger. History repeatedly shows that nations constantly engaged in war tend toward militarization and centralized control. This is particularly evident in Europe, where rival states maintain large standing armies and heavy taxation. If America were divided into separate confederacies, similar conditions would likely emerge. Each confederacy would fear the others and seek protection through military power. Armies would grow larger, government stronger, and taxes heavier. The liberties of the people would be gradually sacrificed in the name of security. By contrast, a united republic would face fewer internal threats and therefore require fewer military establishments. The Constitution would enable America to maintain sufficient strength for defense without the constant dangers that drive nations toward militarism. Unity, therefore, is not merely a matter of convenience, but a safeguard for freedom itself. Publius,